And I remember another young man who was in that, did quite well for himself. He was the ship's drummer, and that was Michael Crawford.
Ah, okay. Yeah. I was going to ask about Michael Crawford.
Yeah,
So did you know Michael Crawford quite well then?
Well, later on, I did the 4 episodes of Some Mothers Do Other. Magic man, so talented.
Yeah.
And I hadn't, but I've seen him socially, so I never worked with him other than Some Mothers, but he really tickle off the water. A lot of sitcoms, you sort of learn the lines and say them everywhere, and finish work by lunchtime, but with Michael, he worked and worked and worked.
I mean, you must have worked with so many different names.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the English television is concerned, I've worked with most of them. Crawford and Les Dawson and Harry Worth and
Les Dawson.
Emery. I did a certain amount, and I used to like it actually. And they call it the straight man, but with comics, because they're lovely people to work with. You know, they're inventive themselves. And then, of course, there's the usual run of Dixon the Doc Green. Yep. I did the last ever Dixon the Doc Green.
All right.
I did 4 or 5 of them, but I happened to be in the last ever. And then it came to Z-Cars, and then it was Softly, and Saints, and Danger Man, and all this. But I did do one running character in my early days. There was a soap called The Newcomers.
All right.
Before you were born, I think.
Well, if it's before 1973, then...
yeah, probably, yes.
Yeah, that's 1965.
Yes, well, I did 9 months in that, actually. I played a character called George Harbottle. And even now people come, why did you George Harbottle? He was the union organiser, I remember. And but that was, otherwise, for ages, I just did a few part here, part. Yeah. The only other comes to mind, I did a regular character in Johnny Stride's show, The Main Chance.
All right.
I played the office detective in that.
Okay.
That was quite nice.
See,
nice
like back then, did you want something that you could do regular, or were you happy to keep?
No, you're casual labourer. You're never in anything. I mean, the most regular, I suppose, is a theatre contract.
Yeah.
But even so, it's all their side, actually. I don't know if it's different now, but in my days, they want you to sign a run-a-play contract.
Right, okay.
But when they want to take the play off, they had to give you a fortnight's notice. So if you even got offered a decent job, you couldn't get out until the end of play. But maybe that's changed now. But that was the thing. But normally, I mean, television, you're lucky if you get an 8-month. I mean, Minder, they time you up for 8 months. They do 13 episodes, 8 months. Main Chance, again, that was similar. We used to do 13 episodes in 8 or 9 months. That was a long contract. But no, you go from job to job, and sometimes you have to make decisions because you sometimes get a couple of jobs off at the same time.
Yeah.
Big, tell you, a crunch decision I had to make. I was about 30-ish, I suppose. And John Littlewood was doing yet another play called Oh, What a Lovely War. And Cy Enfield and Stanley Baker were cast in a movie called Zulu.
Yep.
Well, actually, and they both offered me work. Oh, What a Lovely War. I didn't even know what the script was, because that was with dear old Joe, used to a big element of improvisation in the show. But Stanley did get me in to read the part of Corporal Allen, so I realised it's quite an ushering role. But anyhow, I went to Zulu because I hadn't done much. Well, it was I thought it would be a decent film. You can't tell.
Which it is. It is. It's brilliant.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
But you can't really tell from scripts. You've often read a good script and turn out a disaster, and you watch sometimes kind of all watch it.
You can't tell.
But anyway, that was a big hit. Though, funnily enough, of course, if I'd accepted the theatre, I'd have made an awful lot of money. Because the stage play ran for 2 years in the West End and a year on Broadway. So,
did you know Michael Caine very well?
I did Zulu with him, and then I did Get Carter, and I had a small part in the Icarus File, and meet him socially and sort of some charity too. Yeah. But I won't say,
it fades off.
You get a lot of that in the show business because you work, and you do get very buddy with. I mean, we were all living in the hotel in Africa and chatting in the bar at Michael. No ladies to picture. Right. And so it was all rather blokes who got fed up with our own dirty stories and things.
Well, any stories you got?
I'll tell you what about Zulu, because we had it in our contract that we were not to have, approach or have sexual relationship with anybody who's deemed to be coloured. and that was typed in our contract.
No way.
We had to sign
Wow.
that. And so that we had to behave ourselves there, you see, because we'd been in big trouble. But after we'd been filming for about a couple of months, I suppose, not seen a woman, and onto the set come these 50 beautiful Zulu dancing girls with their boobies flattened in the sunlight. And Stanley will remember the contract, lad, remember the contract.
Safe. Bert Dyer, DCS Ops, C12.
Dyer, Detective Sergeant Bonnie.
Right, son. It all looks a bit obvious to me. What's the strength of this?
The superintendent's driving the lorry.
Jack the lad, eh?
You could say that.
I did Zulu, and I was nearly 2.5 months in Africa doing that. Next time I went to Africa was to do an advert for Kellogg's bran flakes.
Right.
We were out there for 10 days. We came back about 2.5. We came back about 5 adverts, I think, 5 30-second adverts. I earned 10 times as much money than I did from the whole movie of Zulu. So it's sort of, you know, the advertising industry is handy.
Yeah,
It's the way
making good money.
and of course it's something quite fun. But I did an awful lot of those, Personal, Kit Kat. And also too, I did a big stretch because of the Dave character of the beer adverts.
Yep, I've seen that one. Yeah. You're very popular on the internet. If you look up yourself on the internet, you'll find quite a lot about you.
So
but it's quite random.
I don't know how I don't get into see how accurate it is.
Well, that's what I was hoping. I mean, it's quite hard to find any interviews with you. You know.
Well, I don't think it was the first time I've ever done an interview on the net, because most interviews I've done have been, I've done a lot of radio interviews.
Radio interviews. Newspapers, magazines, that kind of thing.
Mags, especially when Minder was big.
Yeah.
We used to live in the Thames then, and we had a
houseboat?
We had a quite little bungalow on the Thames, and the boat at the bottom of the garden. And this was nice, you know, it made a nice change and go to so-and-so's semi or so-and-so's flat. So I mean, we did a lot of those, but they were generally for mags, you know, good housekeeping or all of these sort of rather dreary things. Or the boating people, I used to do some for those.
Bye. Everyone's eating Kellogg's bran flakes here too.
Indeed, some say they bring good luck.
Do they bring good luck?
No. Kellogg's bran flakes. Let's just say they're very, very tasty.
Granada had bought Minder to go out on that set, and they got me into the studio for 3 hours it was, and every quarter of an hour I spoke to a journalist from a different paper.
Too much.
That was very...
Yeah.
Well, don't worry.
And all the same questions.
Yeah, but you see, they weren't. It didn't matter if I repeated them. So it was, one would be Radio Bristol, one would be Radio Bournemouth, one would be Radio Carlisle. So and they only had their own. But you know that's why I say I've done thousands of interviews, but I don't expect very many of them have been recorded.
Governor, it's an ice cream van.
I bloody well know that, don't I?
You call it an oyster, please.
Who said that?
Because nearly always these interviews and chats are arranged by the publicity office of the show you're working for. I mean, nearly when they phone me, this is Minder publicity, can you do this, or this is such a... so that I've never actually, I don't think, or hardly ever been actually approached like yourself.
See, that's what I was interested in.
That's fairly rare, because you usually...
rather than me doing the talking, I'd rather you did the talking. You know, it's not me that's it's about yourself, and not even my questions. But there is still quite a big following for Minder. And in yourself specifically, you're still a very popular character and very popular actor.
Well, Dave, as I said, Dave kind of grew, because I wasn't offered any big deal or anything when the first episode on Minder, 1979 I think,